Hey everyone, welcome to tonight's Big Brother Canada 10 chat.
Oh, hi. Who are you? I feel like we haven't been doing this.
I feel like the feeds have been down for weeks now.
I know.
Also, I'm freaking shook after this episode. Oh my god. This cast is keeping it amazing all the way up until the finale.
All the way to the finale.
Like,
it's insane.
what?
This
Usually,
is episode 28.
Yeah, usually we know exactly what's going to be going down at this point, but wow, this cast just keeps on delivering.
Yeah, we both got it wrong on this one.
Whoa.
All right, so there's only one more episode, and that's the finale tomorrow night. 2 hours.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure it's going to be 2 delicious hours, because you just can't... It's always the unexpected. It really is expect the unexpected here.
All right, well, let's take a trip back through time.
Okay.
Last time... They had the BB Can Awards.
Yes.
They got a little tipsy to Lipsy and
had some Wendy's.
Whoa. And Josh nominated Betty and Kevin because who cares? It doesn't matter.
Nominations don't matter at this point. It comes down to the power of veto.
So Arissa says, I have a host announcement. Everyone get to the living room.
And they're like, what? Apparently, none of these house guests pay attention enough to live feeds because they've been following this format pretty much forever. I think maybe like since season 1.
Yeah. So Arissa said, it's special eviction, kids. In 1 hour, exactly 1 hour, maybe. Somebody's going to be evicted. Be going to the jury house.
So the house guests were all shook.
They were all
like,
this. Oh my god. Oh my, I wasn't expecting this. I thought we were just going to live in this house forever.
Isn't Kevin like all over the live feeds? How did he not know that this was coming? Maybe he was just like so caught up in everything he forgot what day it was. I don't know. But, woo! Okay, so things really picked up after they found out that eviction was going to be happening.
All right, but don't put a pin in it because we got to go back in time.
That's right. We got to talk about the veto.
Oh, they didn't even play the veto yet on the show.
Yeah.
We already know about that.
Well, going into this veto competition, Betty wants Kevin out.
Mm-hmm. She thinks Kevin's a manipulator, and he's kind of a snake and like a little villain, and she wants him gone.
And Josh is like, I don't know.
Josh is like this.
Josh is having a hard time with it. I mean, he's very close to everybody who's left right now. So
yeah, but especially Kevin.
Kevin! Do I need to remind you when Kevin almost fake evicted?
Don't do it!
Yeah.
Kevin, don't!
Fake self-evicted.
All right, well, Helena tells Kevin, if Betty wins the veto, she's going to take you over me.
I mean, there's this perception that Kevin would get, like, 0 jury votes, so...
From who? I don't get it. I just don't get it.
I don't know. This jury's weird. I feel like this jury's going to be super bitter from what we've seen tonight, but we'll get there.
Bitter, petty, dumb.
We'll get there.
A bunch of dum-dums.
All right.
Game-wise.
So, let's talk about the power veto competition. This was awesome.
You know, Canada always delivers with their final vetoes.
Yeah. They always make it a huge production.
Remember the year they had, like, the upside down?
Yeah.
That was so good.
That was wild.
All right, so we're going to go downstairs again. We're going into the sewer. Down and dirty, corner, corner, corner. So they're going down into the dirty sewer. It smells disgusting.
Apparently. Supposedly.
It's slimy. It's wet.
What if it really was all the sewage from the season?
Who said it wasn't?
No, I'm sure it's just like...
All right.
I don't know
what
it is.
It's individually timed.
Okay.
They have to scoot around on their buttocks and backs, or maybe they can go on their fronts if they wanted to, but they couldn't
Didn't seem like anybody was really doing that.
No, because that would hurt the neck.
Yeah.
All right, so they have to unlock a series of 4 different sewer grates in the right order to get...
to answer questions that went with each one.
They had to wipe off some of the rat poop on the questions and go back and get the
answers,
the playing cards of the
house guests, placards.
Yes, to answer the questions to get the next key, and then they had to buzz in at the end.
Okay.
So Helena has never been in the sewer before. Is that shocking?
Have many people? I don't know.
I've never been in the sewer, and I'm twice her age.
But. It did strike me
I'm twice your age, girl.
Yeah.
I've never been in the sewer before.
She was really, excuse me. I'm just tired from working so hard this season. But
yes, she is.
She was really moving quickly through this maze, but
she did hit her head, though.
She kept hitting her head, and it was making me so nervous. Like, even if you're wearing a helmet, just, like, the impact on your neck like that. Blah.
Yeah. She was doing okay, but she kind of got stuck on that last one. She did. She couldn't figure out the answer.
Yeah.
She was getting frustrated. All right, and Betty was not going very fast at all.
Oh, Betty. She was snailing it.
Yeah.
Kevin
had some major problems here.
Yeah.
At first, he kept getting stuck in the maze. He was in like a loop.
Kevin really kind of lost his cool over the last few days. Mm-hmm. Josh not doing what he thought he was going to do really messed up his brain, like, for real. And
does not compute.
It carried over into this competition. Yeah. He lost his focus, and he really messed up.
Isn't that funny? Because he was talking about, like, effing other people up by, you know,
trying to mess with them mentally before this competition.
And you got, Kevin.
Yeah, I mean, he played himself. But thinking that Josh was going to throw the HOH comp.
He got lost in the maze. He effed up. He didn't know. Wasn't one of the questions like he had trouble figuring out or something?
Kevin was a mess in this comp.
He was a mess. Hot mess. Poop.
All right.
Josh went fast. He had a little bit of trouble with one of the questions, but in general, he busted through there.
He's Dr. Josh. He is good at a lot of things. Yeah.
All right. Well, in last place, 42 minutes, Betty.
Oh, Betty.
We're not surprised.
Oh.
I mean, from the edit that they got.
Yeah.
And then Kevin, 36 minutes.
Oh,
I thought,
Kevin.
I thought it was going to be Kevin that took the longest, but actually Betty took longer.
Yeah.
Kevin really attacked that buzzer when he got to the last one, and he was just like...
Yeah. It didn't make a difference.
Yeah. And then with the winner, with 17 minutes, was Josh.
Dang, he smoked him. Helena, her time 25. Was like 25, so it wasn't close. But yeah, that's back-to-back wins Josh. Here for Josh.
Josh is peaking at the right time, I would say.
Yes, he is.
All right, well, it's time to visit the jury house because...
This was a lot.
Everyone wants to see Josh rolling up in that, They're
not happy
Uber
with Josh,
or
Helena, or Kevin. Mm-hmm. They're like, oh, I don't want it to be JC Lynn. Like, I'm rooting for her. I want her to win.
Oh, hi, JC Lynn. In your heels. They didn't even let her get changed out of her dress.
They had to talk about what was going on.
Get in the car. We're driving for days.
So, yeah, JC Lynn arrives at the jury house. Everybody's like, no. Herman, so shocked he fell out of his chair.
Herman's a little ridiculous. I'm sorry.
He's over the top. OTT.
Yes.
Moose was very upset to see JC
bitter
Lynn.
jury.
Yeah. I feel like this is so weird because I feel like Marty is like the least bitter out of everyone.
Who would have known?
Marty is giving people their props. He's ready to vote for whoever he thinks played the best game.
Martin Fournette.
Not
that immature. Okay. Special eviction time, kids. Let's go back to the present time. All right, so Arissa says nothing yet because...
It's not time for that.
It's not time.
But yeah, everybody is like, oh my god, what are we doing? We've got an eviction coming up. What's going on here? And everybody's looking to Josh because he has all the power right now.
Kevin chases after Josh and says, what's the plan?
You know it's not a good sign when you're not getting an answer. Yeah. And Josh was not giving him an answer. He's like, I don't know what I'm doing yet. I gotta think about it.
Betty said she would evict Kevin.
Yeah, Josh was asking Betty, like, what would you do if I used the veto on you? Who would you evict?
I'd do whatever you want, but I would evict Kevin. All right, and then Helena has a chat with Kevin.
Helena seemed pretty confident that Josh was going to stick with them, or maybe she was just trying to put that out into the universe. But then, when Josh came in and they were asking him what was going on...
And he said...
Again, no answer for them. Then after, Helena was like, oh shit, like, it's going to be one of us leaving.
And then they cried together.
Oh, this broke my heart. Oh my god. Yeah, that was...
They're going to be total BFFs forever.
Yeah, so there's more crying coming up.
A lot of crying.
This was a very emotional episode.
It was.
I think part of it is just you can tell how badly all these house guests want it. Mm-hmm. And it's heartbreaking to see them come up short.
All right, so Kevin has a chat with Josh, and I think everybody eventually ended up in the Expedia room.
Yeah, oh my god. But it started out with Kevin and Josh, and I gotta say, Kevin was making some really good arguments.
Evict Betty. She's going to win. She's really good at comps.
Yeah. I mean,
the jury would pick her over me.
He was telling Josh, if you get rid of Betty, you're going to win this thing. You're going to get to the end because you're going to beat us in the competitions and you're going to get all the votes and we're not. So, I mean, he was making some really good points and it seemed like Josh was really taking it all in.
Until maybe Kevin said, I never had a final two with Helena.
Well,
Josh never did.
Josh was like, I feel like you and Helena are going to take each other to the end. And Kevin was like, no.
I never had a final two with Helena.
Right.
Okay.
So yeah, eventually, everybody ended up in the same room, and they're all just looking at Josh like...
Yeah, like a bunch of cats, and you're holding a can of tuna.
Yeah.
All right, so Josh decides that he's going to save Betty.
Ooh, this was a fake out, too. The way he was talking to Betty, I thought he was going to say, I gotta
cut you.
Sorry.
I gotta do this for my game.
But he was telling her, like, you've been my best friend through all this,
I'm not gonna hurt you anymore.
And he said, I'm gonna
Baby, don't hurt me.
Exactly.
No more.
He said, I'm gonna use the veto on you. And Betty was like, oh my God, thank you. She was very, very grateful.
So what are you gonna do with it?
Yeah, they gotta figure this out now, right? Because Betty is the sole vote to evict this time.
Well, it's either evict evil Kevin.
She said he was evil. Oh my God.
Evict the comp winner, Helena, who's a threat.
Yeah, I mean, Helena has definitely been stronger in competitions than Kevin has.
You know what? The library has been closed all season. That read was terrible.
That was not good.
That was terrible.
Yeah, they were saying, like, Helena was more likely to get the jury votes in the end over Kevin, but, like, I feel like, obviously, we know more, but I feel like Helena would have the worst chance of getting jury votes.
Yeah, I don't think Helena would get any votes in the end, but...
Yikes.
So, it's time for Arissa.
Well, Kevin and Helena had another moment in the storage room. And
yeah, I don't want to talk about it, though, because it was so sad.
It made me cry.
They almost had to drink their own tears.
Helena was telling Kevin, like, look, if I'm the one to go, I'm going to advocate for you in the jury. This is, these are some of the arguments that you should make. And Kevin was like, he was really getting emotional. And he was telling Helena, same for you. I would fight for you to win. All that good stuff. So I really enjoyed watching the two of them play together this season. It was a blast.
They were an unlikely duo.
Did they frustrate the hell out of me at times?
Yes.
Absolutely. This light is going crazy.
It's like Stranger Things up in here.
Yeah, but at the same time, I really enjoyed watching them play together.
All right, so it's time for the POV ceremony now with Arissa, finally.
Okay.
Josh, what are you going to do with the POV?
He uses the veto on Betty.
Oh
my God.
So now Helena and Kevin have to beg for their lives. Please don't let us go.
Well, Helena's speech was kind of funny because while she was like, do what's best for your game, blah, 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 she was also like, yes, I've lied, I've backstabbed.
Hey, it's a game.
All in the name of the game. And
it's part of the game.
Yeah.
Kevin said, I want to be here, Mommy. Don't get rid of me. Mommy, please.
So Betty said she based her decision on, like, who she thinks played a better game, and she thinks that Helena
would have won if she hadn't gotten rid of her. Why?
Okay, as much as I love Helena, again, I feel like that's a bad read.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So Helena is evicted and goes out to see Arissa and said... Yeah, I had a feeling that when I kept Josh that I was going to be next. We didn't.
Yeah, I definitely thought Betty was going to be sending Kevin out the door.
We were shooketh when Helena got evicted because Kevin's going to win now. Or
it's so hard to say. Let's get through the rest of this interview and then we can talk about everybody's chances. But... yeah.
And then she said, I thought they did the right thing because I probably would have won if they kept me.
I guess she's figuring, like, there would be a lot of weight placed on her not going up on the block until just then. But, like, I don't think that would have made that much of a difference.
I don't think so either.
I don't think they cared about that much.
Yeah. Okay. this is the big news. Big energy.
Okay.
BDA. Yeah. Canada is a jury vote. What?
That's
Who you voting
fun.
for?
I don't know.
I kind of want to vote for Kevin because I respect what a villain he was.
Mm-hmm.
But it would be so cool to see Betty or Josh win.
I know. I would be happy
Especially
with any
Betty.
of the three winning.
Especially Betty. But, but then I want Josh to win, too, because he's representing his people.
Yeah. I feel like they've all played such interesting, different games.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's tough to say, but I feel like if Kevin does not win the final HOH, he's not going to the final two.
Agree.
I think Betty and Josh will take each other, so...
Yes. I agree with that.
I don't know. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Well,
we'll see if people's opinions in the jury on change.
Right.
On Josh.
When
now
Helena
that
gets in.
He's won some competitions. I don't know. I think Helena's obviously really going to be working that jury for Kevin, but it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. Let us know in
the comments who you're giving your vote to. Canada.
It's really exciting going into this finale knowing that any of the three could possibly win.
It's crazy. This has been...
That's not something we get very often.
No. This has been the best Canadian season that I've seen, I have to say. Yeah.
It's definitely up there for me. I don't know if it's the best, but I've had a blast. So, we'll be back tomorrow for the finale.
And I don't think we're doing it live, so...
No, it's going to be recorded, sorry. But thank you all so much for watching. Leave your thoughts on this episode in the comments.
And let us know who you're giving your jury vote to.
Yeah. And who's Canada's favorite? That's another thing we're going to find out tomorrow.
Oh, right. And who do you want to win?
All
leave a comment. All right, we'll see you tomorrow. And until then,
much love.